What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Oshay on a live stream. Yes, I am on time, finally. But I want to welcome all to the stream today. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you're on the restreaming audience, also make sure you subscribe and enjoy the video. I want to talk about educated Black men today. Black men who are doing well, first generational, middle class African American men. I also want to talk about Black men who are from other parts of the Black diaspora, but find themselves living in the United States of America. I am talking about Nigerian American men. I'm talking about those who are from the Caribbean. I'm talking about those who may be from Latin countries, because a lot of educated Black men that are African American and a lot of African or Caribbean Black men who come to the Americas or to the United States share a lot in common. Let me tell you my story. I'm an African American, was born in the Los Angeles County area, and my mother and father told me that if I would get an education, anything would be possible. I would not have to deal with certain things that other people would have to deal with. I believe this is something a lot of Black people tell their sons, in particular, myself. So my parents worked hard. They sent me to private school. I had some problems along the way because of myself and other family issues, but I was able to achieve a university education. I graduated in biology. And that alone at Cal State University, Sacramento, I was only 5 or 6 people that were Black that graduated in the mathematics and physical sciences that year. And that covers physics, astronomy, biology, chemistry, and so forth. Anyways, right after this graduation, I'm in the car with my buddy. All right. Now, the whole time I'm really proud of myself for what I'm doing. I'm thinking that I'm much better than a lot of people, a lot better than the people from the hood that I came up in. I'm just fast forwarding this. I'm looking at myself as if I'm up here and others are down there. And to be fair, my parents and grandparents make me feel that way. My church family made me feel that way. Okay. We're on our way down I-50, Interstate 50. We're going to a club in Folsom. The police pull us over. Woo! Okay. Now they pull us over, and the police officer approaches the car with a gun. Now he doesn't say why he's approaching the vehicle or anything. Just put your hands on the steering wheel. And, I'm trying to explain something to the guy. I don't want to hear anything. Do what the hell I tell you right now, right? So I'm very nervous. I'm scared. I'm just complying what he's doing. He calls for backup. A lot of guys come. Eventually, they have us held up there for an hour or two. People are driving by slowly. I'm just embarrassed by the whole situation because we didn't do anything. They're asking if I got priors, if I'm doing this. I mean, they're just really treating us like a piece of shit. This is the true story. And everybody has probably been through this. At the end of the day, well, you guys can go. Mistaken identity or something like that. Didn't even tell us, hey, we're sorry that we fucked up a lot of your night. You guys had something to do. No, nigga, go ahead on and get the fuck on. All right. Most brothers have been through this. At that moment, I realized that to certain people, while I might stand out because, I got a degree, I went to a state college, a state university, I don't do things that some of my other friends did. You know what I learned at that point? I was still a nigga. That's what I realized to certain people. Let me transport that. Thank you, Brother Javon. I'm going to read that. Let me transpose this idea to a lot of guys that are from the Caribbean. A lot of guys that are from Africa. And shout out to Phil from the African Diaspora Channel. We were talking about this yesterday. You know, a lot of Africans, when they come to America, sometimes they're told by others, do not deal with African Americans. Caribbeans are taught that. I went to Howard University for a certain period of time, and believe this or not, Black colleges are giving scholarships to people from the Caribbean, and their families are telling them not to deal with African American men or women, although they're getting scholarships from African American colleges. This is how deep it gets. So when they come here, they already know that African Americans have a bad reputation in the country. They have watched movies, and so they have their own unique perception of us. And a lot of Nigerian men and Caribbean men, when they come to the United States, their family works real hard on them so that they can achieve everything. And to be honest, a lot of guys do. Very few African guys come to America and do very poor. A lot of guys go out and do very well. They succeed. They're successful. And they work real hard to fit into the dominant society, to not be associated with the African American male stereotype, because they look just like us. In other words, they are us genetically. They're just different from us culturally. Now, where am I going with this? This is Botham Jean. Botham Jean is a guy that went to Harding University. He's an accountant for a big corporation. Now, what did mom and daddy always tell you as a Black man? If you're going to go to college, major in something you can get paid in. That's why I meant to do medicine. Some brothers do, some Black people do nursing. Some people do a tax attorney, law, accounting. The guy did everything he's supposed to do. He lands a great job. He's 26 years old. He's living in a well-to-do neighborhood. But just on some unfortunate night, Amber Guyger decides that she doesn't know what her apartment number is anymore. And oh, there's a Black guy that's there, and I'm going to shoot him. Not only am I going to shoot him, I'm going to kill him and then not give him any care so that he can bleed out and die. Or very little of it. And then when you go back to the drawing board, you think like, well, if the neighborhood was good or not, I'm not sure. I know that the police officer said that was her neighbor, right? So it was good enough for her to live there. So here's what we're talking about now. You go back to the drawing board. The guy does everything right. Whether I'm pronouncing the name right or wrong, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. Shut up. The name is not important. What's important is she didn't look at the fact that this is a brother that did everything right. Thank you, Brother Clay Pro. I'm pulling my armed weapon on a Black man. I don't know if he's an African American. I don't know if he's from Saint Lucia. I don't know if he's from Nigeria. I don't know if he's from Uganda. All that I know is this is a nigga eating some ice cream. That's what I know. And for whatever reason, tonight is his last night. Thank you, Brother Soulfully Deceased. I appreciate you guys. Tonight is his last night on earth. That's what I do know. And if you look at some of the other things that were going on with Amber Guyger, looks like she has a little bit of racism in some of her text messages, how she feels about Black people. You see, you know, Amber Guyger, some of her discussions with some of her colleagues and stuff like that, she doesn't differentiate between Black men who went to college and poor Black men, Pookies and Ray Rays and educated lames. See, she don't look at it like that. That's not how she sees the world. All that it is this is a brother that's Black. Now, shout out to Brother Taz. Let me say something real quick. Because the argument is going to be, well, Oshay, you know, this rarely does happen. Police rarely kill people. You guys are blowing it up, making it a big scene. Okay, I'll concede to that. Because I'm not the person that goes around crying about white supremacy and racism. That's not really my thing, okay? That's not what my content strategy. But I will say that let's say you're not getting shot by the police. You have been pulled over for no reason. There are senators. There's a senator out of the state of South Carolina, a senator, a black senator in D.C. He's pulled over all the time, he said, at least multiple 4 or 5 times for no reason. Then when they find out who he is, just like the police that night. You understand? And see, the idea is that you being an educated black person, that don't really matter to other people like you think it does. It matters to niggas. It matters in the black community. But to people who are not black, they don't, you think that people are saying, oh, well, because you're a black person and you went to Harvard, or you're a black person, or you went to Yale, or you're a black, you act like people look at you differently. Here's the hard thing, guys. And I hate to say this. Whether you're from Nigeria and you think you're not African American, whether you're from Saint Lucia and you think you're not African American, are you not black? Here's the situation, man. This just proves, if anything else, to some people, no matter who you are a nigga. Then what did Malcolm X say? What do you call a black man with a PhD? What do you call a black man with an MD? What do you call a black man with a Juris Doctorate? I tell you what you call him. You call him a nigga. And I really noticed, guys, many of us as black men, we tend to have a really big inner war, right? It's intra between black men from the islands, this ADOS and non-ADOS black men. That's black people, the blacks from the Africa and the blacks not from Africa. Shout out to Task for Super Chat and the rest of the brothers. Then you also have another stratification, in that stratification, educated black men versus those who are not. And then you get these sorts of beefs. And, the Nigerians will go back and call African Americans a kata here and there, and we'll call them African booty scratchers, and we'll try to be like, oh, I'm not like you. You're not like me. You should go back here. Why you come to America if you're doing so well? Why don't you go back to Nigeria? Well, you go back. We got all these little arguments that we have going on the scenes. But what happens is, what we forget is there are other groups. And why we put ourselves in different categories. There are people who put you all of us, in one category. All black men in one category. And do you know a lot of brothers' motivation in life? You know what I found out this year? I found out this year something very important, guys. I thought that brothers were working hard just to have money, to have cars, to have better access to women. Unfortunately, I found out that a lot of niggas are wanting to do very well just to prove like they not like the ain't shit niggas of Black America. They're doing everything right to prove like they are not like these niggas over here. That's what I found out now. I think that's the really glowing part of the discussion that I've overlooked for many years. But when I see black men study, I have a friend here from the Ivory Coast, And I noticed that a lot of things he's trying to do is motivated by trying to prove to white people that he's competent. And usually it's white people that can't help him do anything. It's just that I want to be accepted as an African in greater society. I want to be accepted as an African American in greater society. But here's the situation though. You're not going to be accepted by some people. This is something that I already knew, but man, the light is just shining brighter, as some of the Jehovah's Witnesses would say. You can't change people's minds no matter what you do. Because if a guy who is an accountant can have this happen to him, then that tells me that the guy that drives the truck driver making $1 million a year, the senator who gets pulled over from South Carolina, none of you niggas have a chance, to be honest, like that. Now, we know typically the police situations don't happen like this, but this is just what I want to say to black men out there. You got to start doing something for yourself. I listened to Elijah Muhammad's speech about 6 months ago. He said one thing that white people are always trying to teach black people is, Negro, do something for yourself. Do something for yourself. People getting offended at some of the text messages that Amber Guyger was talking about and things that she was saying to some of her colleagues about other black officers. This doesn't shock me. Just the other day, I'm walking down the street. Some Polish guy rolls down the window, shouts something. I have my headphones on like I do right now. And I knew it was bad because another guy that was walking with his girlfriend, he looked at me like, man, I'm sorry about what he's just said to you, even though I didn't know what he said. And he smiled at me. It's just, people want you, people really don't, this is my opinion. No matter how much ass that you kiss, white people are still telling Negroes to do something for themselves. I see certain people are saying that Amber Guyger should get manslaughter for this and she doesn't deserve a first degree or second degree murder charge. All of this. And you have Negroes out here who are saying such things. I won't call their names right now. But all in all, they can do all of these things and somebody will say, because you're black. That's just the reality of it. So now I'm kind of thinking, what's all this beef about? Really, I understand the ADOS situation, and I'm a proud person. I understand the talking points, but the key is this. When Nigerians and other Caribbeans talk about we're doing so much better than you in this country, and blah, 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 and African Americans is telling those people to go back. Well, guy, who you proving yourself to, brother? Nigga, and you're gonna find out soon enough. And many of them do find out after about 5 or 10 years. All of a sudden, they get faced with some forms of racism. This is when you start seeing the Caribbean community and the African community start to really understand. All of a sudden, now they start to, man, they're racist against me. No, nigga, keep that same energy. You know what I mean? Now you're starting to figure out what niggas been going through. Because they be like, man, I don't understand how you guys could be here with all this opportunity. Oh, shit. And I'm sorry. I really feel in certain cases that I'm going to tell you why I don't think we caught up. The mother made a great point. She said the fact that we had to stay on ice to see if this was going to be a not guilty verdict. Do you know that? Think about this, guys. In the case of which you have a brother like this in the comfort of his own home getting killed, right? Getting shot. Black people are on the edge of their seat just to see if this guy is going to get a conviction. She's going to get a conviction. Because it happened multiple times, Rodney King situation, you know, and now black folks on the seat again. Okay, she found guilty of murder, but what are they going to give her? Are they going to give her 5 years? Because niggas know what's up. Because if this is a black cop that breaks into a Dallas home and a white guy's eating ice cream and shoots him, I'm going to tell you like this. Oh, number one, he's guilty until proven innocent. That nigga going to jail. They're going to put him underneath the jail. And then another thing, some of our little black conservative buddies that are talking about she should get manslaughter. Yeah. They're going to be giving that nigga first degree murder off the top. And let me kind of get back to this. Thank you, Brother Katutu. I won't be on too long. A lot of black men really got to really put their success aside for a moment and really consider this obvious. And the obvious situation is, Mr. Grandeur, the obvious is the way that you see yourself and your success and what you've done. It's not the way that people see you. You know, some brothers want to move to white neighborhoods and, you know, be around people. And I understand that you want to be around people like yourself. I get it. But there's a certain level where people might not accept you. You see, a lot of people could smile in your face, not like you, hold certain levels of information from you back, not want you to succeed in the corporate ladder. I mean, this has been going on for years. You know, my mother was telling me many times where, you know, white students coming out of college, they would have blacks that were talented. They would have them training the white college students to take their jobs. You know, I'm just saying this kind of situation has been going on a long time in Black America. And a lot of brothers gotta stop looking at the fact that, okay, I'm a Juris Doctorate. I'm a lawyer. I'm a doctor. I'm a senator. You still a nigga. And as long as you wear this black skin, you can change everything but that. I don't have so many incidents, man, in Poland living here. And I'll answer the super chats after I'm done, right? I'm in the middle of talking. So if you've donated, I appreciate you. But I'm not going to stop what I'm doing right now so I can read your super chat. I'm not. You can wait until I'm done with this. This is not McDonald's, nigga. Okay, well, you know, do this, whatever. This is not it. As long as you have this black skin, you're going to run into some problems. You might not run into them all the time. You might not run into them every day. But to somebody, you're going to be a nigga. You might not agree. Doesn't matter what you think. And a lot of people think because people treat you nice, they're cool to you, that don't mean that you're not a nigga to them. This is what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of niggas are messed up in the mind. You might not be a nigga. I understand that. How you want to look at yourself. I get it. But a lot of people in today's world, look at the Canadian Prime Minister. He wouldn't dare go out and say, oh, look at these niggas. But he got pictures in blackface. How many politicians and governors are getting busted out for photos of blackface? You don't think this is how they feel? They're not the only ones that think like that. And the thing about the Negro is he's going around trying to change people's mind. Listen, man, I stopped trying to change people's minds about me, man. I just really don't care. If you don't like, that's why I get like a lot of, let me tell you this. A lot of you Negroes, man, go around trying to debate racists, like the RBR network, going around trying to debate people are so-called racists or people who don't like blacks. Hey, man, if they don't like blacks, man, that's beautiful. I don't give a damn. You know, that's what the niggas always trying to do, go around changing people's mind about him. Oh, man, why you don't like black people? Why you racist against blacks? Going around begging a white man about his opinion on niggas. For what? If he don't like black people, that's his right. But that's what I'm talking about. Always trying to go around trying to impress a white person, trying to impress everybody else. Hey, man, they don't like you for whatever reason that it is. And for some guys who's trying to fit into that system, you ain't never going to get that from some people. And you want it. Some niggas is beg and cry at night. I saw a dude from the Harvard. He did a Harvard University a student. He did a poem. Why can't you accept me because I'm black and I want to be with your white daughter? Y'all might have seen this before. Why can't you accept me? Man, I don't give a damn about what you think about me, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Don't care. Person tell me I don't like black people. Cool. I don't like your ass either. Get your ass on. I don't want no black people living over here with me. Cool. I'm not begging and trying to, even on YouTube, I do my content the way I want to do it. And I'm successful at doing it my goddamn way. I don't have to kiss nobody's ass to do what the fuck I'm doing. Thank you, brother Ago. And this is what I'm talking about also, before I close out. A lot of black people don't even know what they got, don't know what potential that you have, which is working within each other. That's another point I'm going to bring home. The fact that somebody like Botham Jean, this is going to be offensive, but I got to say it. The fact that Botham Jean has to come to the United States and his family has to leave Saint Lucia, or family's got to leave Nigeria, our family's got to leave Ghana or Uganda and come to a place like the United States. It's sad within itself. It's unfair to the people who have to come out and live and come to Poland. You know, there's so many blacks in Poland, man. You know, nobody black wants to come to Poland. Let's just be honest. But the facts that you have this issue, I understand that supremacy, white supremacy exists all around, but it just goes to show that a lot of times we also set our people up to fail. And know it or not, in the case of the brother Jean, because of the failure of the people in his country, he shouldn't even be over here. A lot of talented Nigerians and Ugandans. I've read stories of Ugandans guys getting killed in San Diego by police officers. They shouldn't have to be here. But again, we go back to black people can't work with each other and can't provide for each other in Black America or in the countries. So now I got to go to the white school and work for the white man and try to impress him, and he's not going to accept me. Okay, so my own people, I can't do shit with them. Then when I want to go work for the white man and do what I'm supposed to do with white people, they're not going to accept me either, but it's going to be better than dealing with these niggas. That's the truth. And a lot of black folks know that. And shout out to George. He brings up a good point. A lot of brothers going to corporate America know that there's going to be some forms of racism stuff. But you know what? It's easier than dealing with niggas. It's easier than dealing with black people. And a lot of times, a lot of the situations that we get, because we all know that if this guy is a Jewish guy, Botham is not shot, whatever his name is, however you say it. But a lot of times, because black people can't work together, it's in people's sick mind that I can kill a black person, I might be able to get away with it. Because there's no unity in black communities. And to that part, we give people the opportunity to do whatever they want to do. And this is to go back to black men. Brother, you are going to continue to be targeted, whether you like it or not. And they're not going to target you by killing you out by the police like they used to do. That's not the case anymore. Okay. Child support, well, because you niggas do it to yourself, and all the other stuff, these jails they build them jails for you. You know, they're looking for you to make the wrong decisions each and every day, because that's you who's going into those jails. Let's just be honest. That's you. If it's not you yourself, it's your cousin, it's your little brother, it might be your son. You know, that's you. When they build in jails anywhere, that's you. That's where you're going. That's where they want you to go. You don't believe me? Just, or trying to get you where you can make a mistake, get that felony on your record where you can't get no job, you can't do nothing else. You go back in there. This is how it works. And you can't go to the black man and get a job, and you can't go to the black man and do anything. And if you help us as a black male community, well, the system is going to continue to punk you. Because see, I'll tell you right now, had his brother had been in the Jewish community and he got shot, the Defamation League would have been out there. All the people would have been out there. Make sure it won't happen. She would have been convicted before the case even started, had this had been some other community. But black men, when this stuff happened to us, where is our response? Legally. Where are our think tanks? We got to start to really look at a lot of different situations. If you don't agree, I don't care. But black men cannot continue to go around being a powerless group. If you're going to stay in America, you might as well organize. Because everybody is getting organized. Black women, Hispanics, Asians. I mean, the only person that you can think of, and ask any police officer, if I kill somebody and can get away with it, what race could he be? It could be a black male. Don't matter if he's successful or not. So black men have to really start to decide, is my protection and other brothers' protection worth it that me and other brothers come together? Because literally, we shouldn't have to be waiting around and hoping that this is a not guilty plea. And the only reason why you waiting around and it's in their hands, because there's no repercussion. I mean, you niggas will go out and break up some shit, something like that, but they're not afraid of that. Black men have to really start to look at how they see you as a group, not just individually. I think a lot of black men are just really looked at, well, that's not me. I didn't get killed. That's why not how niggas think of it. Well, I'm not like that. Well, brother, if he's an accountant and he can get shot, ain't too many careers better than that. How many careers are better than an accountant? Doctors, lawyers, that's in the same conversation. So if he can get it, all of us can get it. Nobody is safe. And black men really got to start to take this stuff serious. You know, we really got to start to take these conversations serious. Like, hey, what are other groups doing to protect their people? You know, everybody is starting to see Zimmerman's out. You know, the brother who killed Mike Brown, whether you agree with it or not, he's out. Darren Wilson. If they get caught, the sentences are very minimal. You know, black men got to get serious. So this is really all that I really wanted to say. I hope that you know, you guys really take a self-evaluation, man, and who you think you are and what people really give you credit for, you know, might be different. Everybody's not going to give you credit for being a doctor. Everybody's not going to give you credit, you know, for being a lawyer or being educated or following the rules. To some people, that don't mean nothing, whether they tell you or not. Some people don't want you living in the neighborhoods, whether they tell you or not. And that's just the goddamn truth. You know, a lot of Negroes out there think that, you know, you got a white husband now, you got a white girlfriend now, like it's like they niggas accept you. Man, listen, man, you can have all of that shit. To some people, you still a nigga. And I know you want to change that, but you can't. A lot of y'all wish you could change that. Please, man, stop looking at me like a Negro. I really want to be accepted, man. I mean, no. You nigga, you to some folks, you the wrong color. And that's, you know what? You should be okay with that. You niggas should be okay with that. I know I am. I give a damn who like me. Hey, I'm 38, nigga. I didn't live this long for to give a fuck about what you thinking about me. I don't give a fuck. Don't care. Ain't worried about it. I don't like black people. Well, nigga, that's not my problem, nigga. You better go talk to somebody who you can debate with, like RBR Network. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't even entertain people like that. So, anyways, who is this nigga? Crispy is right. Nigga, if you don't shut your valet parking ass up, look at this nigga right here. This nigga took he a valet parking manager in the back of some leaves. This nigga a wedding singer. Trying to talk about me. Nigga, if you don't go park them Volvos, nigga, and get out my damn live stream, nigga. Nigga get mad when he don't get a tip. Man, they cheap as fuck, man. Shit. Why you so mad, Brian? Man. Nigga be stealing cigarette singles and shit. What happened to my cigarettes? I don't know. Nigga over there getting menthol cancer. Nigga, you get your dusty ass out my motherfucking chat room, nigga. I never trust a nigga with some leaves in the background as a picture. Nigga, what kind of nigga are you? Yeah. Make sure you get me by the leaves, y'all. Get me by the leaves, brother. You know. Yeah. That nigga looking like one of them gospel quartet singers, If the Lord wants somebody, here am I, come send me. I might be lame, cannot walk, might be dumb, and cannot talk. If the Lord wants somebody, here am I, come send me. Sada Body, you talking about? Man, you talking shit about me. Time Sada Body out. You don't even sound like no Negro name like that. It's a IT project manager. Nigga, how you managing a project with a valet? Look, you niggas gotta stop lying. Okay? You niggas a lie about, I'm gonna say it again. What's the number one reason that niggas lie? Can anybody tell me? What's the number one reason that niggas lie? Somebody tell me. Number one reasons that nigga lie. Can anybody tell me? I'm black from Norway. Ain't no niggas in Norway. Shut up. What's the reason that niggas lie? Number one reason, no reason at all. Nigga would just say anything on the internet. Yeah, I'm a IT manager for motherfucking Wendy's. Yeah, man, I make sure all the goddamn bacon hitters get distributed through the drive-thru. Niggas just be lying for. What up, bro? What up, CJ Baba? We Joel off chicken. You niggas gotta stop lying, man. God, the niggas will say anything on the internet. All right, let me just read out these super chats real quick, guys. And thank you for supporting the stream. CJ Maba, we Joel off chicken today. What up, my brother? Igoso Agu. Man, I know I messed it up, brother. Keep up the good work. Jamal Omar, thank you. Cortex Tucker, thank you. Amber Guyger should be hung. Clay Pro. Ketutu. A lot of African brothers in the stream. I am a 29 super nifty Susie 1. I'm a 29-year-old woman who is fit and feminine. I've been dating a 40. You've been writing this damn same message every stream. Who is very successful divorced with a small child. We only get together for dates and Sundays. This is a red flag. Get a nigga some ass, okay? Because you keep asking me. I know you want to fuck the dude. Queen Rain, thank you. Scorpio, thank you for being the voice of black men. G-Star, $5 Australian. Soul Provider, $2. Good discussion. Good discussion. I want to know what happened to the picture they were in together. Xavier Mathis. The B1 Necker. Becky Boy's been silent since this happened. Amber Alert. These are times when y'all flip it up and pretend to be one of us. No thanks. Soulful Seeds. Thank you, brother, for the $50. Clay Pro. O'Shea, did you hear what Brandon Tatum had to say about this topic? F that guy. I'm ashamed that he represents black conservatives. Javon, I have heard what Tatum said. Okay. And I will say this publicly. I like Brandon Tatum. I think he's a nice person. But Brandon Tatum is getting to the bag, dog. Okay, him and ABL, they get into the bag. Hopefully niggas can make a few million and then come back to the hood and we can go trigger it off in Brazil. So I'm just, shout out to my brother, man. I'm actually a big fan of Brandon Tatum, although I vehemently disagree on his black community topics. He's a guy. It's hard for me to try to roast Brandon Tatum, really. ABL is a lot easier because ABL is an asshole. But ABL and Brandon Tatum, let's just be honest. These niggas getting to the bag right now, okay? That's what they doing. These niggas are getting to this money, okay? So I'm not mad at that. Go get these white people's money, okay? And then let's go and trigger it off in Brazil. That's all I'm gonna tell these niggas. So y'all niggas do what y'all supposed to be doing. But anyways, I want to thank you, brothers, man. And another thing too, as black men, guys, we gotta start really trying to support one another as black men, okay? And I tell you, brothers, it starts on the fucking streets. And start by speaking. It's simple. Black men gotta start speaking to one another. You see that? Brother Goshen, you know it. Black men gotta start speaking, man. A lot of times I bring niggas on my channel and they argue and they fight, but they talking at least. And guys, brothers gotta start to say stuff like hello. How you doing? Thank you, brother Big Duke. So true. This is the little shit I'm telling you niggas that you got to start doing. Because I can't tell you niggas, let's raise $1 million and start throwing conferences. Because I know you got the money to do that. That's not a problem. Because you niggas will show up and start fighting and somebody gets shot. Okay? We're not talking about that. I need you to see the black men like you see yourself. Because a lot of niggas don't have no problem with seeing themselves as that nigga, as a hard worker, as somebody who doing, you know what I'm saying? But you got another problem seeing somebody else. Okay, you the only hardworking nigga out there then, huh? Just you. You the only nigga out there that know what the fuck you talking about, huh? Just you. No, nobody else know what they talking about but your black ass. You the only one, huh? And see, the money ain't the problem. I tell black men all the time, you niggas have money. I know that. I'm not worried about that. The money isn't the problem. The skill sets ain't the problem. The intellect ain't the problem, although we do have some nigga that's dumb. The problem is black men cannot get along. That's the number one problem that we face. Black men cannot work together. I got a video coming inspired by Brother Farrell said that called Why Black Men Can't Have a Military. Black men have a hard time working together. And that's right. Every brother ain't a brother. We understand that. But you know, we have a hard time even just giving each other a chance. So, nigga, if you can't even speak to a black man on the street, then all the stuff that brothers got planned to do, it's not gonna mean nothing because it's gonna fall apart. You know, the same issues. I'm talking to my boy today from Saudi Arabia. He telling me the history of King Saud, and he asked me a question, man. I was kind of sad, but he wanted to know. He said, "How come the Africans sold each other into slave trades to America and leave their great lands? They had all these resources." He said, "Why did they do that?" So I started explaining to him. Well, these people were living in the same region, but of different tribes, and they were feuding. So they started selling the people they were beefing with to other folks. You know what he said? He said, "I understand that. In my country, we had tribes that were feuding amongst each other." He said, "But there was one that united the nation, King Saud. He stopped all the people from fighting." Now, this before they even got oil. Listen to what I'm about to say. This before they got oil or riches, they was poor. And they had a person that stopped all the people from fighting, and they came together. So when they got that oil money, they was able to do the right thing by everybody involved. You got all these African countries with all these resources. Nigeria, Congo, all these places. You have all this talent in Black America, but if everybody's fighting, it don't mean nothing. You can't do nothing. So to me, the number one thing I tell black men is, you can roast each other. You can talk shit about each other. That's our culture. But if you can't speak, even on the street, hello, how you doing? Nice car, nice shoes, nice suit, nothing like that, something like that. If you can't do this, then all of the other stuff that black men have, all the money, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean anything, because you can be poor, and if you have unity, when you get stuff, it strengthens the bond. But what's the purpose in having all the brothers with all these, this brother doing this over here? He got resources, he got money. Yeah, Pookie and Ray brothers got business, got money. But if you're doing all that and can't nobody get along, those resources go for broke. Look at the black community now. $1.4 trillion spending power, but you have no unity and you have nothing. You have no form of getting along, being able to problem solve, if you can't do that, then we can't do nothing. So that's the first thing. All that stuff, the money and all that, that's in the back end, whatever. You know, unions, that's in the back end. Can you Negroes just speak? See, man, everybody might not tell you this, but that's the number one. If black men want solutions, it comes with communicating. From the smartest to the dumbest, to the most hood to the most elite. And you got some niggas in between like me. Ghetto and smart at the same time. Thank you, Brother Devin. So this is the key to black male unity. It's not about money. I could put a GoFundMe and you niggas could raise $1 million, but you niggas will be fighting next week. All right? We have to start promoting the brothers that it's up to us. You know, I was listening to David Carroll the other day. He said something important. I'm gonna get up out of here. He said black women are responsible for their own image. You know what I'm saying? It's not black men's fault that their image is that way. Black women got to take care of their own image. And that's the same thing with black men. Nobody is responsible for changing the black male image but us? Nobody. Not white people, not Asian people, not Italians, not nothing. Black men have to do that. And you have to be the one, like my brother right here, Craig Harper. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna live my own truth. This business right here, to all of you guys that are watching, it's Christmas season. Go to Tipsy Tulips right now and buy some dessert from a black man that's doing something in business. High-end desserts. You can get liquor in it. You can get you a Hennessy cake or whatever the brother got. This is what I'm talking about. Brother is doing something to have something you can give to your girlfriend, give it to your wife, doing that, and you supporting a black man. Things like this. See, we have to be the ones to promote black men that are doing things. And he shouldn't have to go to the white man and ask the white man to do it. We have to do it. You know, a black man that has a good business, a mechanic, tell him. You know what we do when a nigga doing something fucked up? Then here's a situation where we're gonna go and, oh man, don't you go to him? When the brother doing something good, very little times will black men go and promote it. You know, and I'm gonna tell you something too. Even in black YouTube, in the manosphere, in the black manosphere, black men, and I've heard this thing from LER movement. We don't even tell each other about these channels that we have, brothers. Hey, but you know, they got a brother at a show. I got a brother you can interview for a technical show. We don't even tell that. We don't even have the mindset to promote our brothers who are doing stuff. So then we end up not having nothing. And then when you don't have nothing, then you get killed by the police. And when you don't have nothing, they have no fear of killing you. But if you have something and you have things, you have unity, they got to answer for that. And you ain't got to be crossing your goddamn fingers when the goddamn verdict come out. Oh, I hope you're not guilty. A lot of that shit that we be going through with niggas, that be our fault to a certain degree. Because we don't have no kind of decorum about unity. This is what I'm telling black men. It's up to y'all to promote any brother that got a business in your neighborhood. He's selling fish. The nigga sell church socks. The nigga doing anything. That's up to you. You got to tell people about that. You got to make your own brothers known. Hey, man, I got a brother doing this and that. Go check him out. Got a brother that's a photographer. He does this. Check him out. These are things that black men got to do. If you don't do it and white folks know that you're not doing it, why should they respect you? They're not going to respect you. Then you sit around and be like, oh, man. Oh, look at this right here. Tell my customer. Oh, shit, we bought some pastries from Tipsy Tulips earlier this year. The folks I gave it to said it was bomb. Thank you, brother Nick. See, Nick be support. So shout out to VW Bougie. That's what I can tell y'all. We got to keep bringing black male issues and positive things to the forefront. Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't, you get what happened to the brother, the Jean brother. All these individual black men that are doing great things, understand that. But we got to start learning how to work together. All the other groups know how to do this. Black men everywhere have a problem work. Go to UK. I heard the same situation. Nigerian brothers doing one thing, Ghanaian brothers doing the same. That's something different. The brothers from Jamaica doing something different. You know, so this is what we're talking about. You know, we have to start to have that conversation, and that's the first thing that black men got to do. Start to speak to each other in the street. I can tell you, you be in the Rite Aid or in the KFC, you don't even know this nigga. You there looking all ugly and looking crazy. Man, you don't even know this brother. Why are you looking at the man like you want to kill him? Hey man, how you doing? You'd be surprised how many black men appreciate somebody spoke to me today. You don't know what these brothers be going through. A lot of brothers just be happy to give them a call on the phone and have a talk to them. Some brothers be just glad to get that, man. Brothers be needing somebody to talk to sometimes. And just somebody acknowledge them. That's how you started, is with that. And if brothers can do that, Listen, brothers can start to have the conversation to go far. He ain't dressed right. I don't want to talk to him. He don't have this. I don't want. That's where we messing up. And you missing opportunities. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Just because the brother look a certain way, that don't mean that the brother don't know what he's talking about. You don't know what that brother got, what he's doing. You don't know who we know. So anyways, man, that's my take on it. I'll be on a little bit later on tonight. Guys, thank you so much. Yeah, brothers know how to give and receive, Crescent. Yeah, that brother, he right. Guys, thank you so much for all the support, man. So that's just my take on it. See you guys later. Peace.